You remember what she said when she said, "What's in a tube"? Just a thought. Now then, Detective Sky, your report, if you please. Oh, that's... I'll start with my findings. Please, please. Please let me be wrong about this. I just want things to be as they were. Oh no. A search of the sarcophagus revealed a body that appears to be several days old. Days? Multitude of days, not just...
Wait. Was the whole time we were with Dirk in America Amara?
I think that's very feasible. Because
That's how,
obviously...
like, we never really got an explanation of how Dirk got out of Karine. If Dirk was just another person, like Amara leaving, that would make so much sense.
Wouldn't that be more than a week though? Because that case was at least...
The politician stuff was, I think, 3 days ago or 2 days ago, as far as this case is concerned.
So you're thinking that she went there to try and find the orb, which she personally looked for. What I don't get is, if Amara found the orb, which she had possession of, why wouldn't she give it to her sister?
Maybe she doesn't want Garan to have it?
Yeah. Because she had complete control.
Dirk was really in control. Like, the spirit medium is only in control of when the spirit leaves. I don't think the spirit medium is in control of the actions taken by the person being summoned. I think that's the censure there.
Yeah. A body? Detective Sky. Tell me it wasn't Dirk. Tell me my whole theory was completely off base.
Look at all that sweat pouring off Apollo. He's sweating hard.
I have a photo of the body. And I have positively identified it as... Ah. Dirk Sadmati, and he has the other ribbon.
He has the other half of the pendant.
Rip, bro, rip.
Oh, no.
Dirk! No! Why? Why does it have to happen?
Well, at least this means Dirk gets a not guilty verdict, right? He gets the not guilty verdict. He was dead.
Now it's just them trying to protect their own head. Damn it, Dirk. Answer me.
How? How can this be? The traitorous snake, the very head of insurgency, murdered. Oh, what a joyous day. Those fools shouting for change and revolution will finally return to whatever rocks they crawled out from under.
Whew. What? Was I even fighting for?
Paulo.
What am I supposed to do now? Worst part is Garan had no clue. I
Son. A lawyer. Should never look the way you do right now. A dragon never yields. Even when wounded, a dragon bites down hard and never lets go till its dying breath. It glares, it roars, it latches its jaws firmly into its prey to the bitter end. That's what lawyers do to get to the truth.
But Dirk, what if the truth is that you're...
Dang it, Derek.
You believed in me that much, Dirk? Dirk, I think I finally understand. I can't yield. Not now, not ever. Not after Dirk believed in me, despite knowing what was about to happen. Besides, Dirk left me with two things I must do.
Are you alright, Apollo?
Sorry about that, Mr. Wright. But I'm fine now.
Paulo.
Detective Sky. Yes? How sure are you that the body's been in there for a few days? I'm positive. No autopsy's been performed yet, but I'd say it's been at least 3 days. Fortunately, the low temperature inside the sarcophagus kept it from decaying. Oh, and the chest area bore 3 gunshot wounds from a small caliber weapon. Oh! So Inga killed him? That's a weird small caliber. I believe they are the cause of death.
At least 3 days, huh?
That means Dirk was already dead by the time he came to visit me back in the States.
Then who was channeling him?
I think it would have to be.
Was it Maya?
I could see it.
It could very well have been Maya.
So Maya was channeling him, but That was the promise she made, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. That would be the promise she made to Dirk to not tell anyone it was that she summoned him.
Someone who could get into and stay in the U.S. without arousing suspicion. Yet also had a solid cover story so they wouldn't be seen as missing. I believe this who was channeling Dirk when I saw him in the States. Definitely Maya.
Maya!
Take that!
Maya, you shit.
Maya? Oh, I see. She was being held hostage at the time. So it seemed only natural that she wasn't around.
Right. And do you remember what she said earlier? Dirk didn't want his own death to be known. The other members of the Defiant Dragons would lose all hope if they found out. And that would snuff out the flames of revolution for good. Miss Faye, Dirk told you to keep quiet about this, didn't he?
Maya's like, oh crap.
I guess it's no use hiding it anymore. Yeah, I promise not to tell. Dirk made me promise before he died. So I was right then. Apollo. There's something I need to tell you. It's about, you know, Dirk's final moments.
Oh no. It was all about Apollo, isn't it?
She witnessed it, didn't she?
But no, it's probably Dirk's actions in his final moments. He's probably like protect Apollo,
Yeah.
keep Apollo safe, or something about Apollo.
I'm listening, Miss Faye. What happened in his final moments? It was soon after I was kidnapped. Dirk paid me a visit in that tomb where I was being held captive. I'd say it was a few days before Minister Inga's murder.
Hey, young lady, time to get up and get out of here.
Oh. It's that revolutionary guy.
I'm here to rescue you.
You are? Why?
I figured things were a little too quiet with this stamp-sucking scumbag. So I started digging around. That's when I found out you'd been abducted.
But why would a rebel help me?
Let's go before it's too late. It's already too late for you, pal. Long time no see, you rebel blowhard. Inga, I know you're up to something, and I'm going to find out what. Mm. That's gotta smart. You become a real thorn in my side, see? So it's time for you to be pushed up daisies. Ugh.
Dirk!
Did you really think a pea shooter could hurt me? Could kill a dragon? What the? That's when the statue broke. What are you, some kind of freak? Nuts to this!
Dirk was shot several times, but he barely even flinched. He sacrificed himself for me. These ropes. I've got to help you.
Relax. It's going to be okay. Sorry things turned out this way, but it doesn't look like I have much longer.
No, don't say that.
You are a spirit medium, aren't you? When I'm gone, I want you to channel my spirit.
Stop it. Don't give up like that.
If you do, untying a rope like that will be child's play.
No. Please, hang in there. You can still make it.
Promise. Promise me one thing, young lady. It's about my son.
Dirk was talking about you, Apollo. He said he wanted to see you one last time. So he asked me to return to the US and channel his spirit. He really said that? Mm-hmm. He also said he'd been meaning to visit you for years, but kept putting it off. And that this was his last chance. Dirk. He really did come to the US because he wanted to see me.
I guess this means it was Inga that hid Dirk's body in the sarcophagus after Maya left the tomb.
Apollo, you can't stop now. Dirk would want you to keep pressing on. I know, Miss Faye. And I won't disappoint him. Defense, if you are ready to proceed. I would first have you answer this. Do you believe the accused's death will impact what we know about this case?
Yes. It proves Dirk not guilty, but now we need to find the real culprit, which is very likely Amara.
Yep.
Either that or it's Garan, and Amara and Garan swap places.
Yes, and I believe I can explain everything now. Very well. Your explanation, please. Dirk entered the tomb around 3 p.m., the time the hostage exchange was taking place. Or rather, Dirk, as channeled by Miss Faye, did. Now, by the time he entered the tomb at 3 p.m., Minister Inga was already dead. I'd say that because we know the minister was murdered at 2 p.m. But there was something else in there. Someone else in there. This person was already hiding in the tomb, waiting to channel Dirk in place of Miss Faye.
Take that!
It was you, wasn't it? The fact of the matter is, Queen Amara killed Minister Inga at 2 p.m. She then went to his private quarters and channeled his spirits. The minister, thinking he was going to be late, hurried for the tomb for the hostage exchange. But once in the tomb,
Hey, DK.
Queen Amara stopped channeling Minister Inga and hid herself. Then, when Dirk entered at 3 p.m., She snuck up from behind. And forcibly drove Dirk's spirit out of Miss Faye's body.
Drove his spirit out of her body? Impossible.
Objection!
Actually, there is a way to do that. With the Magatama of parting, that is. Using one, anyone could drive a spirit out of a person's body, even if it refused to leave. Are you telling me that the extra pale brown Magatama in the tomb was...
Oh,
that it was,
okay.
yeah. There was an extra one that didn't make any sense. It's because it was the red Magatama without its power.
Yep.
That's right, Prosecutor Samadi. And you'd seen one in action before. You saw how the glowing red Magatama sent the High Priest back to the Twilight Realm.
I was pretty good on calling it. I just didn't realize that was where it went.
And how it turns a spent pale brown afterwards.
In other words, the brown Magatama found that the tomb looks that way because its power had been used up in pushing Dirk's spirit out of Miss Faye's body, right? I probably passed out as soon as Dirk's spirit left my body. I was exhausted after channeling for so long, after all. After that, Queen Amara must have dressed Miss Faye in her usual outfit, tied her up. I'm not sure where she got the outfit, but we can assume she had it all planned out. Then, Queen Amara must have changed it to Dirk's clothes, smeared blood onto them.
So this makes sense for Amara to have done this for revenge for Dirk.
Yeah.
So she killed Inga in revenge for killing Dirk. That makes all the sense.
Picked up the knife and channeled Dirk's spirit. That's how she made it look like Dirk had committed the crime. And that's how she escaped, right under our noses.
I don't know, Apollo. The whole thing still seems a bit far-fetched.
Dirk. What was going through your mind when all this was unfolding?
So ultimately it was all for naught. Oh. Ultimately it was all for naught.
Nayuta.
Those dreams of revolution Dirk was always spouting. They placed nothing but false hopes in the minds of the people. And in the end, they were simply fantasies. How are you still saying this?
Nayuta. How can you?
Up to them.
Karma has spoken. The dream of revolution has withered on the vine. Its fate is sealed. The other insurgents will soon wake from their shattered dreams.
No, Dirk's dream can't die like this. I'm not gonna sit back and let that happen. I can't, and I won't. Nayuta, don't forget that Dirk has been proven innocent. His name is no longer tainted by the charge of murder.
Now the rebels and their sympathizers who've been calling for his release can't be charged with abetting the accused. So the revolution is far from over. It's only just begun.
Objection.
No, Dirk has not been proven innocent. Not yet been proven innocent. What do you mean? He was dead before Inga died. He could not have killed him. You have merely indicated the possibility of his innocence. No, we have not. He was dead.
I guess he's saying he killed him while channeled. What do you mean?
Dirk is indeed dead. However, what if it was Dirk who killed Minister Inga while being channeled by Miss Faye? Miss Mia Faye, yeah, definitely Mia killed him, yep. And while the crime could have occurred at 2 p.m., you yet have substantive proof. Or do you have conclusive proof that the time of Minister Inga's death was at 2 p.m.?
Well, no, I don't, but...
It seems further testimony will be required of me, as it would appear that I have fallen under suspicion. I would like to state my case. Prosecutor Satmari, the rebellion must be snuffed out at once and for all. You must prove Dirk Samadi to be the foul murderer that he is, and every last insurgent and their sympathizers must be found guilty under the Defense Culpability Act. As you wish, Your Eminence.
Why is Nayuta doing this? Garan shouldn't have hit him under her thumb anymore. Amara's not a hostage, so what gives? Nayuta, what's left to chain you to her like this? Very well, Queen Amara. Please proceed with your additional testimony.
Well done, lawyer. You've painted me as a killer with nothing but your silver tongue. However, you have no evidence proving your distasteful theory. Furthermore, Dirk could not have committed the crime while being channeled by Maya Fey. Could have committed the crime by being channeled by Maya Fey. Now let's end this charade. For eternal glory of Kurine and his people. Do you understand now, you putrid pepper? There is no point in defending Dirk any longer. It has all been in vain.
Let it go and move on, right? Well, not today.
Your theories are but a pillar of salt that crumbles at the slightest breeze. But no more. This ends here and now.
The defense may proceed with its cross-examination.
See, the question at this point is, we still have a whole nother trial part to do after this current one.
Yep.
What the heck is about to go down?
No clue.
I think we have to prove Jove's death for some reason.
Yep.
We're gonna have to connect this to Jove. And like, I guess we're gonna figure out who killed Jove, and I think it's all gonna be Garan.
The defense may proceed with the cross-examination.
Hold it!
I admit, I don't have any solid evidence yet. But you're the only one who could have committed the crime.
What on earth do you mean?
Including Miss Faye, there are only 3 spirit mediums in Quran. Furthermore, when the crime scene was first discovered, Queen Garan was with me and Mr. Wright, while Miss Faye was tied up in the tomb. That means that the Dirk we saw after the minister's murder, could have only been channeled by you, Queen Amara.
Excellent lawyer.
Forgive us your mercifulness. Forgive us your mercifulness. Really, your majesty.
Objection.
But have you considered the following defense? What if there was, unbeknownst to us, another spirit medium in Kurine? Prove it.
Prove it.
Objection.
You made us prove it. Oh, come on. What are the chances?
You lack the evidence to support your claim that Queen Amara is a killer. Which is why you have had to use the process of elimination to zero in on her. It therefore stands to reason that you would have to rule out all other possibilities. Well, can you eliminate the possibility of another spirit medium in defense?
Of course I can't.
Under the circumstances, Apollo, there are two ways to establish Amara's guilt. We either prove she killed Inga, or prove she was in the tomb.
Which one can I actually prove? Prove she was in the tomb. I can prove that Queen Amara was in the tomb when the murder occurred.
It seems you are ever bent on painting me as the killer.
Well, if the shoe fits.
Very well. Let's see some evidence that proves I was at the scene of the crime. You do have some, do you not? Yeah, I mean...
Objection.
Queen Amara! Does this pendant look familiar to you?
Why, that is...
We found it in the tomb, and it has the minister's blood on it. Which means it was probably dropped in the course of the crime.
Objection.
And I fail to see how it's relevant to your argument. Did that not belong to the accused?
That's what I thought too. After all, Dirk had said it did himself.
He said that?
Yes, but it was a lie. Because I believe it was covering for someone.
Covering? How? For who?
There's a certain piece of evidence that shows the pendant isn't Dirk's.
And that's going to be the photo of his body because it shows his half of the pendant.
Yeah.
Take that.
That is a photo of the accused body, is it not? Yes, it is, and I'd like to call your attention to a certain spot in it. This right here proves that the pendant was found in the tomb wasn't Dirk.
Take that.
You'll notice an object near Dirk's left arm. It's an identical pendant, except it's blue. Oh, now that you mention it. Don't you find that a little strange? Why would he own two of them, but in different colors? Here's what I think. The pendants were meant to go together as a pair.
A pair.
Oh, even I could see that, Nayuta. What the hell? If the blue pendant was Dirk's. Then what about this pink one, Minister Inga's blood on it? Who do you suppose it belongs to?
Objection.
Sorry to disappoint, but no fingerprints were found on the pink pendant. Yeah, there is. Therefore, we have no way of knowing to whom it belongs.
Objection.
Ah, but that's where you're wrong, Prosecutor said Maddie. I'm guessing you didn't know this pendant is actually a locket.
Come again.
Now, this is where it gets interesting. When we open this locket up, we found a faint fingerprint inside on the back of the lid, to be exact.
What? No.
So now the question is, to whom does the fingerprint belong? Queen Amara. It belongs to you, doesn't it?
Oh. Mm.
It seems I've truly rendered the witness speechless this time around.
This cannot be. Mother, tell me it does not belong to you. Nayuta,
Think about it, Queen Amara. Dirk must have realized that you were channeling its spirit. And he had probably already figured out who the minister's killer was. And yet, he still claimed that the pink pendant belonged to him.
But why would he do such a thing?
You really don't
Still
know?
loves you. He loves and cares for you.
He was protecting you. Or what Shiro said. Because he loved you. He loved you until his very last breath. And beyond. Dirk knew everything, even that he was being used. But he kept quiet, all for your sake.
Dirk, why do you always...
Well, Queen Amara? Dirk, the one whose love for you never wavered all these years. Are you gonna... Damn it. Are you gonna betray him now?
Dirk,
Aw, look at those eyes. You know what's worse? What was that name of the guy in, like, case 2 or 3 who, like, was sipping tea at the table and then went like...
Oh, you're talking
Why
about
was
Shamspear.
Why was Shamshir's face more prettier than that?
Oh, because I am the most elegant person in
Same
the
effect.
world. I am beauty incarnate. I refuse to accept this.
Queen Amara, are you ready to confess your crime? Uh-oh.
She finally opened her eyes. I can deny it no longer. The truth is, it was I, Amara Sigatar Kurain, who slew Minister Inga. That's preposterous! Why?
And he's up.
Yep. Rebound!
Leaning this time, though, but I mean, he's up. This is beyond the belief.
Mother, why would you? Forgive me, Nayuta. I never wished to cause you such sorrow. But I had no choice. It was the only way. The only way.
So in the end, Queen Amara and Dirk Sadmati, I suppose this means that they were unable to reconcile while he was still alive. I don't think the state of the kingdom or the incidents of the past would have allowed that.
They were prisoners of their shared history, so to speak.
Queen Amara, there's something I need to know. You had staged a near-perfect crime. So why did you bring this pendant into the tomb with you? You should have known it could come back to haunt you.
I do not really understand it myself. I had nearly been assassinated by my own husband. No, you weren't! Why are you still saying that? Yet I could not bear hatred toward him. I was unable to discard this, or part with it for even a short time. As with Dirk, I have never stopped loving my husband for the past 23 years. Mother.
So she really believes it. That Dirk tried to assassinate her.
Your Majesty, is it not time? Time to declare Dirk innocent. I would ask that you do this for my beloved, who now dwells in the Twilight Realm.
Very well, then. Your Eminence, Prosecutor Sadmati, if you have no further objection.
This cannot be. My mother.
I don't think she'll keep silent.
I have no objections.
Oh, she will.
She has no objections to this case.
But
the attempted assassination, however, she might
It's
still go
still-
in on that. Because also, technically, Jove did die in the fire. That's been confirmed.
Dirk, I did it. I finally did it. I proved your innocence. But
Is Apollo
Very
about
well,
to
then.
object? Something's not sitting right. I think Apollo's realized that. Something's not right here.
this might be the only time he has the two women that would have seen Jove right where it matters. Other than his actual mother. Being that Queen Amara yet lives, we can no longer charge the accused with an assassination that never came to fruition. As for the murder of Minister Inga, the truth has been laid bare for all to see. Therefore, I will now pass judgment upon the accused, Mr. Dirk Sadmahi. He's not done.
Rafa?
Your benevolence? That's not who I expected to come up, actually.
No.
Her father just died. Nana, who's been taking care of all her life. I cannot accept this. There's something the matter, your benevolence. Queen Amara is lying. It makes no sense. Queen Amara would not have killed my father.
What do you mean he would not? What do you mean she would not? She has a motive. What's with her all of a sudden? Is this some sort of lingering affection toward Nana?
We still haven't explained the broken statue either. Rafa.
No, we did get we got that. We got that in the flashback of Dirk dying.
I know, that just seems weird.
Inga fired 4 shots in total, 3 of which hit Dirk. The 4th one missed and hit the statue.
Okay, think about it this way, right? Her dad woke up one more time at the end of the seance. Does that not weird you out?
No.
Okay, so his dad, she keels over, right? He gets stabbed in the back, and we don't get a positive identity that the Amara impersonating Dirk was there, right? Dirk goes over, looks at the painting on the wall, right? Pain. So far, so good?
Mm-hmm.
He keels down, and then he gets up, and then he pulls out his gun, and he was He pulls out his gun and then doesn't shoot but falls down again after seeing him. Right? It seems like there's a gap of time that's unexplained. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
there's an in-between spot. That's what I'm worried about there. Rafa. Speak the truth, Queen Amara. Did you really kill my father?
Rafa, you do realize the only other potential suspect is your mother, right?
Yep.
Yes, there is no mistake.
She has confessed to the crime, thereby clearing the accused of all suspicion. As such, I see no need to continue these proceedings. Barbed head, hornhead.
She doesn't believe it's her.
Are you going to let this stand? Dirk's been proven innocent and he's about to be declared not guilty. Even so, something doesn't feel right.
Apollo. If you have any doubts, now's the time to raise them. After all, the courtroom is a place for finding the whole truth. But it's all up to you. Yeah, but Phoenix, you forget. Your job is to get to not guilty, not to solve the case. That's your job. Your job is for the not guilty. We got to not guilty. We're done. We don't need to do anything else.
He's a good lawyer. There are definitely things that don't quite add up. Does this mean that the whole truth hasn't been brought to light yet? Should I push to continue this trial?
We should be
Okay,
fine.
and we'll be here after and be like, oh, I should have saved her. Is this the right thing to do? Dirk's been proven innocent, so there's that. But has every last bit of the truth really come out here today?
Apollo, if you have any doubts, you should be keep digging deeper. If you can't get to the truth here in the sacred hall of justice, where else can you?
Right. Your Majesty, I have a feeling we haven't discovered the whole truth.
So it didn't matter what we picked. Got it. I hate it when games do that. They give you the illusion of choice, and it doesn't even matter.
That's Pokemon in a nutshell recently. And the only way we'll ever find it is to continue this trial. Hornhead! Very well then. Will the defense please tell us this? What important fact about the case has yet to come to light? The motive for
Yeah,
Stern.
the motive.
Queen Amara. There's something I still don't understand. What was your motive for killing Justice Minister Inga?
That's a fair question, and one that I shall now answer. It was for the further of the kingdom that I slew Inga Kurako Kurai. To avert further tragedy, his death was an unfortunate necessity.
Further tragedy.
Over the past several years, Mr. Inga had rapidly expanding his power. He had established a secret police and was restless in his pursuit of the insurgents.
Restless.
He even had overwhelming support of the people, but he still was not satisfied. Hungry for more power, he began planning a coup d'etat.
You mean his plot involving the Founder's Orb, which led to Maya Fey's abduction?
After which, he would assassinate Garan and usurp the throne. His machinations were reminiscent that of the terrible tragedy of 23 years ago,
There we go.
and one that affected by that incident. Amara vowed to never allow a repeat of such events. Yes, and the Holy Mother delivered unto me the perfect opportunity to fulfill my vow. Security amid the courtyard was rather light due to the rite of channeling. Ninga had barricaded himself in the tomb with his hostage away from prying eyes. I knew I would never again have such a perfect opportunity, so... At 2 p.m. during the rite of channeling, I slipped into the tomb and slew the minister. Oh, here we go. It's time. Now we turn this on Garan.
Slew the minister, huh? I think it was there.
Apollo.
Yep. It seems this trial is far from over. Queen Amara, I believe you're still hiding something. But if you want to keep on playing this game of hide and seek, then let's start with that last statement you made.
Is Nayuta gonna allow this? Because Nayuta can like make our bracelet act up.
At this point, though, Nayuta is just kind of like flabbergasting. I'm pretty sure all the resistance is going to come from her sister.
If I must. Yep, there it is. This finger was twitching at 2 p.m. during the rite of channeling.
So she might have not did it.
Gotcha!
Queen Amara. You're not very comfortable talking about the 2 o'clock rite of channeling, are you? I could tell because the finger on your left hand twitched almost imperceptibly when you did.
Oh?
And that pose you make. Is there something about your chest that makes you nervous?
Whatever do you mean?
The murder occurred at 2 p.m. And I'm pretty positive Amara was in a tomb at that time. So then why is she so self-conscious about her chest when she talks about the right? Is it a boob size difference? Check the photo. Well, it looks like she has one. Can't see anything under that robe. It's got to be something with that photo, though.
The rite of channeling. Didn't Albie snap a picture of it?
Queen Amara, I have here a picture of the rite of channeling. It was secretly taken by a certain individual.
Objection!
Such insolence! I would have the perpetrator's name at once.
Sorry. No can do. You see, I just happened to find it on the ground, so...
Do you take me for a fool?
How about we discuss the photo's origin a little later, because right now... there's something much more pressing at hand. I believe this photo merits further examination. So her chest is... either something on her chest or she's missing something. Can you zoom in? Like, does she have... she has a heart. It looks like a heart, doesn't it? No. That's like a shirt. Is that Maya's robe?
No shot that's Maya's robe under there. How would that make any sense to be Maya's robe?
Did Maya do the channeling instead in her place?
Then how did Maya get in then?
I don't know.
Because Maya was Dirk at this point.
Yeah. If Maya was Dirk and she was forced out of it, maybe...
Well, let's see what the game says.
Yeah.
Let's
I just wish there was more to see it in the darkness and more.
We're thinking too deep. Let's just see what the game says for now. Might be able to make out a few more details with some adjustments. Let's ask Emma if she can help.
Bailiff, please summon Detective Sky to the Hall of Justice.
You should still be in here.
Here you are. I was able to obtain much clearer image by raising the brightness.
Oh, shoot.
Wait, who had a chest injury like that?
Amara, probably. It's a burn scar from the fire.
So,
And
so
also,
then that
the
means,
lighting is still not clear enough to tell what color, if it's dark or white hair.
yeah. But that burn itself is just enough to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
And something's off with her chest. There's a burn mark there. If she takes off her clothing a little bit and we see that burn mark, we can turn this on Garan.
yeah, after we get completely thrown out because we literally told their old queen to strip a little.
An entry. No, wait. I think it's a burn scar.
Wait a second. Your Eminence,
And look, there's no burn scar on Garan.
you don't have a burn scar like that on your chest. Can you save this as the as the thumbnail?
No.
You get like, you'll have
No.
like 12 views, 12 views, 12 views, 10,000. Like, what?
The 10,000 views would only help if they all subscribed, sir.
Yeah.
Which, good luck with that.
It
Also,
was her fault for changing into that uniform.
I would like my channel to be like a little bit more clean than that.
What's going on here? If the person in this photo isn't Queen Garan, then who is it? Well, it has to be Amara.
Has to be
Don't say
Amara.
that.
Queen Amara, the person in this photo isn't Queen Garan? It's you posing as her, isn't it? Shit, I was right!
It wasn't Garan.
Shit. The two of you look quite similar, but that's no surprise considering you're sisters. Even the shape and position of your facial tattoos are almost exactly the same. And you're both capable of channeling spirits. Therefore, it would have been easy for you to impersonate Queen Garan. Queen Amara, you have a burn scar on your chest, don't you? Please remove your round mandala so we can see what's behind it for ourselves. Well, that's one way to strip. Look! It's the exact same burn scar as the one in the
There,
photo.
just for you.
There, thumbnail.
Won't be the thumbnail, but I did that. I did that.
Yeah,
for
I'm not gonna touch it, but I'm gonna laugh if like my stream ends and then this is exactly halfway, and this turns out to be the thumbnail on Twitch. I don't understand. I knew it. So the person in this photo really is. Yes, it's Queen Amara. This is absurd. Are you suggesting they switched places?
Mara's confession earlier was also false. Mother, what is the meaning of this?
Don't you see? This changes everything. We know for a fact that this photo was taken at 2 p.m. The exact time the murder took place. But that would mean Amara couldn't possibly have committed the crime. Exactly. She now has an ironclad alibi. But someone's disappeared. So Minister Inga's killer couldn't have been Queen Amara.
And there's only now one other person that could have been there.
Oh, fuck, I just realized. Not that she did it, but Rafa is the daughter of her, right? So wouldn't that one betrayer law come in where like the son of a like that affects Nayuta? You know, like if the child of a betrayer will still be not permitted on premises, that type of deal.
Mm,
Wouldn't that take effect?
yeah, but we'll see.
I'm afraid I will no longer follow defense.
Because Nayuta's here, even though Dirk is a rebel.
Sure. Was it not Queen Amara who channeled the minister and the accused to stage the crime? Yes, that fact has not changed. We have evidence placing her at the scene of the crime. And Dirk could have only been there in the tomb if she was channeling him. Which means, while Queen Amara did use spirit channeling to stage the crime, she didn't kill Minister Inga. His real killer is someone else. POLKUNKA. If Queen Amara is not the killer, then who is it? Isn't it obvious? Why was this rite held in the first place if Queen Garan wasn't going to perform it? Who was behind the two sisters switching places, and for what reason? The answer to these questions is the establishment of Queen Amara's alibi obliterates a certain someone else's alibi.
Take that!
Why, is this some kind of joke? No, Your Majesty, I could never joke about something so grave. The only one who seemed to have a perfect alibi at the time of the murder was Her Eminence, Garan Sigatar Kurai. Queen Amara, didn't your sister Queen Garan ask you to pose as her? And perform the rite of channeling?
Aye.
And didn't she also have you drive Dirk's spirit from Miss Faye's body? And then stage the crime to make it look like he was the minister's killer? And at 2 p.m. while you're performing the rite of channeling as Queen Garan, didn't she kill Minister Inga while disguised as Dirk? Well, your mercifulness? It's no use trying to hide it any longer. You need to tell us the truth now.
Mother. Just as Minister Inga's true killer is. Mother, no.
Was I right about a royal guard doing it?
No, I think at this point, Garan definitely did the kill. I think Garan's the killer, made Amara help. And now she ordered someone to kill Amara.
Your Eminence, my life is yours! Isn't he one of Garon's royal guards? Queen Amara! Bailiff, arrest the guardsman.
Mother.
Garon couldn't have. Could she? Someone call an ambulance, quickly now.